Hello everyone and welcome back to the Health Formula Show. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Most supplements out there do absolutely nothing. They are a waste of your time, a waste of your money, and a distraction from what your body actually needs. Now, don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore supplements and they have changed my entire life in terms of my health transformation. I use them in clinic every single day, but only when they are high quality, clinically dosed, and based on what your body actually needs. Because here's the thing, the supplement industry is just wild. Anyone can throw together a multivitamin, slap like a clean or like energy support on the label and sell it. And most people assume that's because it's in a pretty bottle or from like a quote unquote wellness brand, it must be good for you. No, most commercial multivitamins are full of synthetic ingredients, cheap forms of nutrients, and tiny doses that won't move the needle for your health at all. Like literally, you are just making expensive pee. That's all you're doing. And this is exactly why I wanted to do this episode, to finally educate you all, to help you understand what actually makes a supplement work, how to avoid wasting your money, and what to actually look for if you want results. So let's break it down. First, the recommended daily allowance is based on the amount of a nutrient you need to not get sick. It's the bare minimum to prevent diseases like rickets, okay? It's not the optimal amount. So even if you see like 300% on the label, it does not mean it's the optimal amount, okay? It's not the optimal amount for hormonal balance, for detox, for energy, for longevity. Second, forms matter. If you're taking a supplement that uses cheap or synthetic versions of nutrients, your body either will not absorb it or has to work way too hard and consume a lot of energy to convert it. That extra work uses energy. And in some cases, the synthetic form actually builds up and does more harm than good. Let's take folic acid, for example. Oh, everyone needs folic acid during pregnancy. But here is what most people don't know. Folic acid is not the active form of folate. Your body has to convert folic acid into something called 5-MTHF through a process called methylation. And up to 1/3 of the population have a genetic mutation called MTHFR that makes it super hard to do this conversion properly. So even if you don't have the mutation, by the way, which you might, but even if you don't, it is inefficient and it uses up a lot of energy. Around 20% of the potency is just lost in that process. So that's energy that your body could be using to detox, to digest, to repair, to function. So when I'm choosing supplements for myself or when I'm supporting clients, like especially pregnant women, I never use folic acid. I use 5-MTHF, which is the bioavailable form. It doesn't need to be converted. It's ready to be used and it supports not just pregnancy, but also your mood, your sleep, DNA production, hormone metabolism, neurological health. And this is just one example of why form is everything. Another example is B12. Most commercial brands use the non-methylated version. It's cheap and barely absorbed. I use methylcobalamin because they are the form that your body actually recognizes. Same goes for magnesium. If you're using like magnesium oxide in your multi, that is a red flag. You are absorbing maybe like 4% of it. It's basically like a laxative, that's used in hospitals. What you want is magnesium bisglycinate or malate or citrate, forms that your cells can actually use. B6, you want the methylated form, okay? Again, most multivitamins are not using the activated form. Just read the label. Riboflavin, look for riboflavin 5-phosphate. Zinc, look for zinc picolinate, one of the most absorbable forms. If you see zinc oxide or gluconate, skip it. And then there's vitamin A. Make sure it's from beta-carotene or like a mixed form, not synthetic retinol acetate. And don't forget vitamin K. Most multis only have like K1, but we need both K1 and K2, especially for bone and cardiovascular health, guys. So let me be very clear. I'm not saying that you need to memorize every single label, but when you understand this, you stop buying into marketing. You stop allowing these marketing brands to take advantage of your lack of knowledge, because unfortunately most supplement companies know that consumers don't check these details. They have no idea. They just check the front of the label and they buy into the marketing, into those beautiful words that they put. And that's why they use cheaper forms. Like that's why they underdose key nutrients. It cuts costs, but it also cuts results. You will notice that most multivitamins don't include ingredients like glutathione or alpha lipoic acid. Why? Because they are expensive ingredients. But glutathione is literally the master antioxidant. It's what your liver uses to literally neutralize toxins. Alpha lipoic acid, for example, really protects your cells from oxidative stress, from pollution, from smoking, from pesticides, plastics, everything that we're exposed to nowadays. Again, most formulas skip these because they raise production costs. But if you are serious about using supplements to support real healing and actually get results from them, you really want these in there. And another one that I love is myoinositol. It really helps regulate blood sugar. It supports detoxification. It's incredible for symptoms of like hormonal imbalance, like PCOS, fatigue, cravings, poor sleep, all of that. And most multivitamins, again, they don't include that. Or if they do, it's like a little sprinkle. But myoinositol needs a therapeutic dose to work. So again, same thing with protein source. If your supplement contains rice protein, be very cautious. I don't use it in any product that I recommend because rice is often contaminated with arsenic. And in my practice, rice protein comes up again and again in the food sensitivity test that I run. So in the supplement that I formulated for Synergized, I chose pea protein, but not any pea protein. Like a lot of brands use chemical solvents to extract the pea protein, but we only use like pea protein that is water extracted, solvent free, because that matters as well a lot. And then let's quickly talk about flavoring as well, because a lot of powders are filled with like artificial sweeteners, preservatives, gums, additives. You'll see things like sucralose or like carrageenan, all of that. And even colors, to be honest, that really don't belong in the human body. Now, I always choose pure stevia extract, no artificial flavorings, no hidden emulsifiers, nothing that your body has to fight against. So when you're supplementing, it should always lighten your body's load. It's not supposed to add anything to it. So I know that I've given you a lot and you might be thinking like, where on earth do I find something that does all of this? And the truth is that it is rare, and that is why I decided to just create my own. But again, this episode is not about selling you anything. It's literally about educating you, because the more that you understand this, the more empowered that you are to make decisions that actually move, your health forwards. You can walk into like a supplement store and you know what to look for. If a supplement is not bioavailable, if it doesn't contain therapeutic doses, if it's full of stuff that your body can use, it's not really a supplement. It's a waste, okay? So here's your checklist. Number 1, is it third-party tested? Are the forms bioavailable? Number 2, are they methylated, chelated active? Does it contain fillers or additives? Are the doses therapeutic, not just the RDA? Does it include key-cofactors like antioxidants, minerals, adaptogens that your body needs to actually use the nutrients inside? Because if you're not sure where to start with the foundations. Get a high-quality, functional, all-in-one powder with like a full spectrum of like multivitamins, minerals, antioxidants, detox support, protein, all of that. And that's exactly why I created the Daily Essential Formula, and you can read more about it, more about the formulation at paulabenedict.com/products, because again, it's not about buying that product, it's about understanding the label. So you can truly, now you know what to look for when you're looking for a nutritional supplement, because that's what you want. You want real results. So don't just read the front of the label, flip it over, always check the forms, check the dosage, and just make sure that it's actually working for you. Okay, super, super important. So I hope that you found this episode helpful. And if you have any questions, just drop a comment below if you're watching this on YouTube, or just DM us on Instagram, send us an email, whatever. We are here for you. And before you go, take a moment to acknowledge yourself for wanting to become the healthiest version of yourself. Before you head off, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss a weekly episode. We cover everything from functional medicine to gut health, to hormones, to weight loss, to skin health, to natural beauty, you name it. All of the topics that truly matter. And if there's something that you would love me to cover, just drop it in the comments below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.